Hey guys, how's it going? It is October 15th, 2020, and back for a little bit more tonight. Figure I'd give it an hour. See, there's a few things I wanted to try out. Uh, Hard to get a lot of traction. I really need a good time block, and then I need to be in the mood. So it's kind of weird because depending upon how my son is or what he's wanting to do or what he feels, and I can tell the monogamous stuff. He wants to get to the fun stuff, but unfortunately, got to go through the work. And I don't blame him. But it's got to build it first before you have the goodies. So I'm gonna go back in. Well, I'll go into the pictures. I was able to take those videos I had the other day and get an idea. I haven't gone through all of them, but I gone through enough probably tonight that should give me, I would say, see where we have photos here. Yeah, that's good. So when I started that, this is of the that actually floating or what is it? Oh, I see. That's how it does it. Okay, all right. All right. So the method that I'm using is instead of just Google Earth, which doesn't give you this much depth, I go in to various grade crossings and I get an idea as to where where things are. Wish this had the names on them, but they get a pretty good idea, but I didn't. Unfortunately, I didn't make. Should do an index. Never thought of that. Okay, let me get an index just to see where I'm at, or either that or I'm going to play it through on Explorer. Actually, I'll play it through Explorer. That should give me the names that I'm looking for. Pictures. Yeah, see, I name these off of the mileposts. So I think if I go like that, will it still show it? It does. It shows it up there. That's what I need. I prefer that more so that I can see the name because I named the post specifically off the mileposts we were at. Um, pardon me. So I want to go actually higher. This is where I'm. Oh yeah, we're even into Lewis Road. Okay, this is alphabetical now. Neely. How many pictures I have? I have some STS stuff in there, or Run 8 stuff. Wow, what do I have in there? Looks like everything else is not repeating, so I just want to make sure. Put that into a different folder. Okay, that's fine. Um, so if I go to what is that one? No, that's Grimsby subdivision. I like the numbers better. So the mileages that that's at gives you an idea as far as what it is we're looking at. Pardon me. But it doesn't tell me necessarily. Well, I can look on the chart here to try to figure out what. So here's what it looks like in a nutshell. So when you're going in, you're looking off into a distance, and you can see the next crossing, which I have images of. You can see it's going up, and then you can see it's going down. As far as you can tell, it's going up the way you're zoomed in. I haven't figured out exactly, I can kind of tell it's going down and then going up, but going away in distance, it's hard to say sometimes. It's hard to say what's flat per se. That you can tell is going down, then it works its way back up again. Going up, you can tell the top is flat, like the actual grade crossing that goes down a little bit and slumps up. That's hard to tell. I mean, tell me that's easy. See where it's dipping down and then it's making its way back. Those again are the signals from the other direction. It's the same signal, not those signals. So, anyways, let me just try a few things. Pardon me. 5 minutes, 5 or 10 minutes before I went on, I back in a little bit. Hacking. It seems like I had a tickle in my throat again or something. Let's start her up. I haven't done anything since the last time I was on. Showing anything? Put it that way. Let me see here. Been so long that I haven't actually been into the route. Okay, that's interesting. Well, maybe. Hang on a second here. I'm looking at the wrong one. I gotta start. It's the yellow one. No, that's the Stanford sub. Um, yeah, I knew it was a yellow one, or orangey yellow. I gotta get rid of some of these old ones because I'm not gonna use them again. Change the image so that I know what the hell I'm loading. So yeah, I was getting one something I never realized. I heard that smoothing was an issue, but then I also heard that because if you have the 5 meter, um, the tiles are either 10 meters or 5 meters, and 20. I think it was in 2019 or something like that. They changed it so that they could allow 5 meters, but they take up a lot more room. And I made 5 meter tiles wherever the tracks are, so it should allow a bit better looking smoothing. I think it certainly has helped in the dem quality to some extent. Not so much the resolution, but the just the smoothness in the grades and the transitions. So I'm hoping that I can use that. The only thing that I won't be able to do, at least not right away, without jeopardizing the actual grade, is to try to cut in. If I start cutting in, that's eventually it's either I'm gonna be too far down or too far up. Somebody was saying that they use a narrow spline, narrow track spline, so it doesn't take up as much. I'm not sure, which one I want to use or try to use or whatever. Still takes a long time to go in the editor in this. That's okay. I can live with that for now. For now. It's only going to get long, or it's only going to get longer as I have more stuff in it. Well, too. There we go. Okay. Got it. Yep. I'm going over to the other side now. Where am I? I'm not sure. Where the hell? Lost again. Okay, so the Niagara Falls should be that way. Yeah. What I was looking at, I must have been looking at the. I already got grades here. Of course, these grades are at 0, or at least they're showing 0. 0.10, 0. Or minus 0.11. 0.12. So those rates are relatively good, I would say. Track ends right there. Okay. See what it looks like. Yeah. So yeah, you get that little bump there. Another little bump. Those are the things that I have to figure out. Okay, so I thought I had some grade crossings, but I can't remember where I put them. They must be up here. Yeah. Okay. So I started right at McNeely here. I know I can recognize this just by looking at it. Yeah. And I may have to look at better pictures, but damn. They load up Google Earth as well. Let's see. Always have. Okay, so I'm going to look for McNeely. Okay, so that's looking east. So it's up a little bit, looking north. Looks like it starts to, it goes up, either going up or flat and then coming down. And then I didn't take one going the other direction. I'll assume the same. North and south, usually. Not always. That's looking towards McNeely from Lewis Road. So it's definitely yeah, so this is Lewis Road crossing. And from what I can see, although it does go up a little bit, it's well, it'll be interesting to see what McNeely looks like to the north. Does this actually rise? And if it rides, then you could accurately say that it's probably close to the actual elevation that Google is telling you. See about that. Yeah, somewhere. Find Stony Creek, nearly right there. So yeah, I'm gonna do a street view just first. See now in street view, right? You get the zoom. You can see it's up there. Actually, that gives a pretty good perspective of the fact that the ballast is a little higher. So it's showing elevation of 85 meters. But when you go this way, it's still really not saying much. I mean, yeah, it gets down to 83 by the crossbucks. This way, it doesn't show nothing. In fact, it's going up. So chances are it's probably elevated. So they say 85 meters. I say higher. You can tell that's a dip right there because this is how the map is acting. There's what do you call it? It may not actually be a dip. It could be just the Google that's playing around with it. It goes down to 84, 85. You see what the east looks like again. So that's looking west. It's looking up. I look east. I do see a dip, but I also see a mile marker. I think that's a mile marker. I'm gonna take a look at the track charts for the area here, just to get myself. So McNeely's at 33.22. Now there's a culvert west of there at 33.50. I wish we had grade charts on these. Shame I don't. Make my life so much easier. So it doesn't show anything about a culvert. Or yes, it does. Or does it? No, it doesn't. Lewis Road, according to this, there's no culvert, but that could have changed. McNeely Road does not have a culvert between McNeely and Thing, at least not on the track chart. So let me take a look at that again. I don't know what they call a culvert, but let me take a look at this way and see. that considered a bigger culvert, and that's why? I don't know. That one is supposed to be mile 33.5, so the crossing's at 33.2. The next road is Glover Road at 33.74. So that does look like the culvert, because this should be 33.74 right there. When you look at the images, I think it does, I recall, look like it's going down on the west. It definitely looks down, but that's a lot further. You don't even notice it there. I'm pretty sure that's milepost, but I'm not positive on that. Next milepost would be mile 33, which is makes sense. I think that's an old switch right by 33 as well. 32.94 is Siemens. That's yeah, that's mile marker 33. That'll be interesting as well. I haven't tried the rulers yet, so maybe I'll take a look at those just to give myself some perspective as far as what I'm looking at in the cameras. So I should have them. First of all, let me take a look at look for a search filter for there we go. We got the milepost down, so that's good. Question is, I gotta be able to find the exact spot, and the only way to do that is either by the ruler or to notice it on the map. Might be able to notice it on the map. So let's try. So much stuff open right. Let's see if I can find the milepost. It's before an old switch. Is used to be Siemens. Oh, okay, this way. Uh, there's the old switch. Around here somewhere. Well, they actually, wow, Siemens. So like they have service there too. But we're not going to be doing that. Not in our switching district. Okay. I'm going to try the ruler. See if I can find. So I'll go back to that in a bit. Where to find it now? Um, I haven't used a ruler yet, so. Be honest, yeah, I have no idea about the ruler. It would be in tools. Oh, rulers, there we go. Ooh, okay, got a ruler. Okay, it's gonna do it. It's gonna do it in metric too, which means I got to measure. Sorry, guys. This is all the fun stuff. So I've got to measure 0.22 miles to meters. I'm gonna have everything opened up here. Miles to meters. No, meters to miles. No, 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 I had it right. I had it right. 0.22. So 354.056 meters. Ah, crap. Move this thing now. Oh, I wanted to stretch it or something. Take the ruler. Okay. So what am I looking for again? 354.056. See how that works out. So it's got to be around there somewhere. Which would put it. I can't tell where it's at. I'll just put it there. What are we calling that? Doesn't have to be perfect as long as it's within 0.1. I'm happy. We call this again? This is mile 33. Perfect. Yeah, I want to proceed because I got a milepost on both sides. Nice, nice for them to say to tell me that though. Okay. Now I'm pretty sure that's what I am seeing on the one side. It's before. It's interesting because you barely see the track go in there. That's why I wasn't too sure if it was in, but curious what the gonna delete that rule. Delete the ruler? Oh, I'm moving it. Okay. Not getting enough accomplished with grades again. Like I said, it is times. Of course, I can't see nothing at this until I come up to the track and see mile 33. But with the camera, of course, I can zoom in and notice that there's subtle difference. Um, so what does it say? Let's just take a look at what Google Earth says it is again, and then we'll try to play it out and see. So it's saying it's about 85 meters. Okay, let's take that at face value. Right here it's saying it's at 85 as well. I believe that that's probably more like 86, but what does this say? So when I go along here and I'm looking at a DEM, it should actually um, because as long as it's wide enough, it should be able to DEM out. Remember, um, we're talking possibly 10 meters between position points for the DEM here, so um, 7 to 10. Whereas a 5 meter resolution, like a one ninth arc second, is a lot more compressed, which is why it could show up for 5 meter, no problem. Um, okay, let's get the elevation here. Saying 84.85. And then it starts falling down. So it says it all the way until that to that building. when we look at the pictures, now keep in mind that that going down is basically the oops. I want McNeely again. It's hard to say how far that's zooming out. Actually, you know, I think that's right by the line right there. There actually is a line that's shown. Obviously, I see this line, but it's interesting. But it looks relatively flat, except further down, which we'll find out in a minute. So when I'm down at this level here, get into it. So I'm getting into it here, and then I can see, yeah, I can see it coming down. Whoa. See, it's just getting lower as it's going towards the lake, but now if I look at this way, which I really don't have much to view, it finally starts going up towards the end there, but you know, that's about right. Okay, hold on a second here. If that's the case, then I can smooth it out right here. And I know where to smooth it out. Right there. That's an easy enough fix. So right away, I think we're okay. Now I haven't tried the smoothing thingy, whatever the hell it is, smooth spline. Not even sure where it is to be quite honest. Well, let's see what we got. That's pasting. Uh, Plateau. That is. I might be able to get it. Okay. Let's apply gradients. I know it's in here somewhere. See how that just, yeah, see, then it goes down there, and then that. It's not, that's not what you want to do. Because that's wrong, because that's where the thing is. So what it's doing is it's saying, okay, we're going to average it out so everything is fine. That's a nice. It would work fine, but because I'm such a perfectionist and I want to take forever, maybe do it a mile at a time, whatever I have to do, I'm not going to do it. So here we go. We're gonna get this section right, and we're gonna do it tonight. How about that? It might be only 0.2 miles. I don't care. I'll have to do it for every culvert. At least I know where the culverts are. I got the track chart and everything else that will tell me. Okay. So I'm okay here with 84.84 or 85, whatever the heck it is. Once it starts dipping for that culvert is when I'm going to put it across. It's around here somewhere. Okay, where to go? Did I miss it? Thought. There it is. Okay. That's an easy one. These are the easiest ones to do. All that is a culvert. So with that, I'm going to insert spline point right here. Go back to that. There. Insert spline point. Insert spline point. Whoa, I don't want to do that. Delete that. Delete that. Okay. Now I believe when I add it in, it'll do it without the grade. It won't. It'll. Pretty sure it will just join up. No, it's bringing it down. Okay. So let me change that then. And I feel comfortable enough doing it. I'm going to take one last look for looking west again from what the hell is the name of the road? Lewis Road. That's it. Okay, that's really zoomed in. Lewis Road, it really goes up too, but that's beside the. So yeah, you can see the switch point, like that's really zoomed in. And so you're already past the switch point. You're not seeing anything. It's going down because everything else around it went down. So I feel comfortable enough in doing that. Now the question is, how do I get this set up to such a radius? It might work. So there's the culvert there, and all I have to do is put something. It's probably a little higher, to be quite honest. Um, how much higher it is, I don't know. I mean, the track itself is a little higher. You can see that one for sure. That's just a small one. That's why it's not even registering on the map. But it's enough of a little dip that it follows it. So now I just put in the track now. Should be able to. It's hooked up. And you can see the ballast is already coming up. Perfect. Why does that track look like it's up there? Okay, hang on a second. That doesn't look like it. Good job. Now that I see that. Do, 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 do. Go back to this part here. What the sensitivity was. because it's on an angle. It's tough. See, it's trying to do the 5 meter differences. Okay. See if that looks smooth enough. Oh, that looks way better. I think it does, anyways. Oh hell yeah. Is that the old creek right there? Yeah. See, there's a culvert right there. It's a little ditch. Is all that is. Okay. Well, I'm happy enough to give it a look. See. What are we at? 0. See. That's mile 33. I was thinking. So now I have no grade change. So it is level here. I don't know how well that is or not. I'm not making huge changes to anything yet, and I'm looking at everything here. It looks okay, so but it could already be on a grade. And we're gonna find that out very shortly. I'm gonna save this as 1040. Probably gonna wind things up. I know I didn't get much done. But that's the problem is I get into these little things and then boom. So, but I'm comfortable with that. I'm actually comfortable with that stretch of track now. Um, so that's cool. Thanks for the like, guys. Always appreciate it. Um, so yeah, I'll close this part down. Start shutting down. I'm gonna shut down Google Earth because there's nothing else I can do there. It's either going up the grades. It's going to read the grade eventually. If this is going up on a regular basis, like right now, it's still set at 85 meters. And I mean, this could be rounded off. See, now it's saying 86. 86. You can see where it comes down here, see? And that's got a bridge or something. I'm almost positive there's a bridge there. That'll be interesting. 84, so it's back down again. And I did see places where it went up and down, so 87. The curve, I do remember something about that. So yeah, it starts going up again. So it climbs as it gets closer to the escarpment, but it doesn't climb wildly here, that's for sure. Let me close that down. Let me test this out. Um, Seeing that looks higher there. I didn't check that road, but everything looks relatively flat, I would say, at that point, other than, yeah, sure, in the distance you can tell that there's a change going on. So there are grade changes. But that grade change isn't happening between now and the next crossing. I think the next crossing, it's so zoomed in, I think it's there. Let me just take a look at the next one. Lewis Road, yeah. Okay. So Lewis Road looking east. See, I'm still by that tower, so you can still see it's going in an upward. The train's kind of in the way, actually. But when you're looking west on Lewis Road, you're already seeing the same thing you're seeing. You got to remember the crossing's right here. The crossing that we're at is you can't even see it, but it's there. It's in between this control point here. Because when you go back to, I'll show you what I mean. This signal here, if I go back to it, to McNeely, that's it right there. So there's your signal. See, it's coming up. When you zoom in, this exaggerates itself. So it's over that way more. So looking down that way, even that's exaggerated to some extent. But when you're looking that way, you know, you got the tower or whatever. This is a long ways away. The mileposts are coming in. Everything's cool there. All right. I'll close that down, and we'll go ahead and do a we'll go ahead and do a build on that. See how that looks. Comfortable with that. I'm okay with overwriting it. I mean, I could make it into another route, but I'm not going to. Yes, you should be backing up, but something that small, I'm not worried about it. Consider it a learning experiment if something's wrong with it. Okay. Well, that's my hoppers. Um, I don't know what I'm looking for. Looking for something. Yeah, that's. There's the new. I'm surprised that didn't show up. I guess it's because the this map is high enough. I guess. Oh, is it? Anyways. Right here. Oh, there it is. So small I couldn't even see it. There it is. Oh yeah. So it still shows a dip there. Oh, wait a minute. No, that's behind me. So there I mean, like, I mean, it's flat as a baby's butt there, for the most part. So I'm quite happy with that. I'll take a pose shot there for a moment. I gotta do something about those bells. Oh yeah, as we're coming up towards it, it starts coming up. Slowly. Right at the crossing. Yeah, it's... I'm okay with that. And I want this route done in a few years, not my lifetime, so... See, that's where the other one is, and you can see it. You can clearly see them now. I think everything looks good. There's a little bit of a dip there. Do I have to use... Maybe I have to use a smooth spline there. I think I will. I noticed a bit of a dip. Oh yeah, you can see it right there. See that one rail? Okay. Well, I'll remember to change that. I'm probably seeing it on the other side too, but I'm not positive. Yep. Okay. So I'm going to have to make this a little bit wider, just to make sure that the track bed's going to be fine. Stretch it out to here, and then, you know, open it up a bit or whatever, and try to get a culvert. That's okay. That should be easy to fix. I don't see why not. But I noticed the bump as I was going across, so... Never showed up on here, or didn't show up on as a track. Well, the grade didn't change because, yeah, it just didn't register as a track grade change. But when I went by it, it didn't show anything. Let me see that one more time. It shows that big one right there, but minus 0.02% somewhere. I don't know what the hell that is. That's nothing anyway, so ain't worried. Although it's probably going to be that one little section right here. Yeah, it gives it rough handling. Yeah, we'll patch that up. There's the milepost. Very nice. All right, that's good stuff. So we'll flatten it out a little bit more. So that should be it for tonight. 10:57. I think I'll call it. End on a good note. That was an easy one. I'm sure they'll get much more challenging than the little culverts, but at least my map tells me where the culverts are. That one didn't even register. It was so small. So there's bigger ones coming up, and then they'll be kind of fun to get through, I think, personally. I'll have to search out some culverts. I'm gonna mess if I haven't found some already, but okay, guys, that was fun. Not bad for an hour's work. Didn't accomplish too much, but it was fun anyways. So, yeah, I get my son this weekend again, as usual, so we'll see. might want to put some culverts down, and it's not much to do right now. I got to get the grade properly. I have to definitely get the grade. Actually, the yards are what I really need to work on. Probably when he goes upstairs one time, play some music or something. Just do Port Robinson, unless he wants to redo it one more time for me, with me. So that's I just have to get the yards in so that I have a place to put my trains and save them. Once I have that in play, then I can put the rest of the infrastructure, and then I'll worry about the rest of the grades later. But I would like to get all the grade crossings. They're going to take a while. To get all the mileposts, the signals, the grade crossings. Make it somewhat challenging. The speed limits as well. Okay, I'm going to bed. Anyways, have a good one, guys. We'll talk to you later. See ya.